I'm Mike Adams, and I'm co-founder of Norwell EDGE. So the oil industry is a big, old sector. We've been around for a long time, and with that kind of old school mentality, things do move quite slowly. And when we're looking at education and training, some of the big challenges are that we're using old technology, very kind of closed environments for learning, and very high cost. They were absolutely our biggest challenges and what we focused on from the start. Working with Virtual College as our e-learning partner, we focused in on the Enable LMS. This has to be kind of one of the most used, best, robust LMSs out there, and that's something that attracted us to it. It was very flexible, and we worked kind of with the development teams to work with the kind of the newest kind of developments that were coming in, and that's something that we're still doing. So every time something new comes out, we're first on it to roll it out to our users. So the project's been going on for a long time, and we've been working hard on it for about 6 years. Because of that, it's had a kind of long-term, growing effect on the organization, most prevalently in the last kind of 12 months. In that time, we've seen people kind of really see the benefit of having their own training improved internally, but also see that as an organization, we are doing something different, and we're doing something to kind of benefit the industry. In terms of our operational goals, we are growing and we are modernizing, and I think nothing has kind of summed that up better than what we've done with this Edge project. Return on investment almost always relates to kind of commercial return. And while that is important to us, and we are kind of ahead of schedule with that financial return, there's much bigger return we're looking to see, and that's mainly a cultural one. And that's a huge thing to try and achieve in such a big sector. And we're not the only people who are needed to try and make headway in that area. But in terms of kind of the culture around diversity, inclusion, and kind of education for everybody, I think we are already kind of making headway and making progress in that space. The project is essentially a technology project. Nothing represents that better than e-learning. E-learning is the core of the project and has allowed us to kind of break down barriers across the world around, in the industry around the world, to making training more accessible to more people. And through using things like social media as well, we've been able to drastically improve our communication skills into those emerging sectors that has, in the past been much more difficult to access. In oil and gas, the demographic in the sector has changed drastically in the last 15 years. We're getting younger, we're moving much more to the emerging market, and it's hard to understate how little information has been available in those markets in the past. And through something like Edge, and we've had significant feedback over this over the last 6 months, that it's one of the first times that information has been made available openly to people in those sectors. The implementation was a challenge. For instance, our prototype testing was over 45 different countries, almost 300 different organizations, and we have over 1,600 people on the platform. We're also in a very big kind of complex industry. However, we're 3 months after launch, and on all measures it's gone very well, and yeah, we're absolutely delighted with the implementation.